Hello, and welcome back to another video. I'm filming in my kitchen today because I need some counter space. Hopefully the running noise of the fridge isn't too loud, and if it is, hopefully I can fix it when I'm editing. But anyways, hello today. Project Pan video, giving you guys an update. I think the last video I ended in January. So from February to now, which is May, these are all the products I've used up. So it's quite a bit. Not as much as I was expecting though, so there's that. So I use the counter because I divide them into a few categories. So first we're gonna do like body, hair care, skin care type of things, and then work our way through makeup products. So finished up this bottle of Wella Professionals shampoo. In the last video, I finished up conditioner, and we've been using like smaller bottles of conditioner, but we finally finished up this shampoo. I would say it's probably fine. I think because of how gigantic this is and how long it took two of us to finish this, I would not repurchase because I got so tired of the scent. And if this was, me pre-Project Pan endeavor, I probably would have just taken these, put them in the bin under the sink, and went and bought different shampoos or pulled some of the other shampoos that we have out, but stuck to it, committed, finished it up. So there's that. Again, I don't think I'd repurchase, but I did finish it. I also finished this Aveeno Daily Moisturizer. It is like a moisturizing oil spray. I enjoyed this a lot. It left my skin feeling really great. I do it immediately after a shower, and I just feel like I, look good, smell good, all those kinds of things. And I liked the spray aspect of it, the spray bottle, rather than it being like maybe drops or something like that for oil. I also tried this Panoxyl acne foaming wash. It was recommended on TikTok. It's very, very inexpensive, so incredibly affordable. I was having some pretty severe breakouts and was recommended this. It's okay. It does bleach your towels though. Like I would, get out of the shower, or if I'm washing in the sink and I kind of, dry off my face with a towel, I would notice that there's, some bleaching on the towel. Doesn't happen to your skin, at least, not that I've seen, but it did happen on my towels. So fair warning there. Again, it was okay. I didn't see a massive difference, so this is not a repurchase for me. I have the wrappers because a couple of things that I used up that were like bars of soap. So I had this really great, it still smells like watermelon Lush soap. So I would repurchase again, especially because it's for a good cause. They do donate to children in Gaza. And then I also finished up this olive oil bar of soap. Again, really, really great. It was wonderful. Would repurchase again. Where I buy them from is out right now, so I'm waiting for that small business to restock before I purchase again. And then the last thing kind of, I guess, in this category is deodorant. I finished up an entire Glossier U deodorant. I love this deodorant. I think it lasts on me. I know for some folks, I think U is a perfect name for this product and line of products, I guess, because there's some folks that it doesn't last, or when they wear it, they hate the smell. For me, it lasts, and I love the smell. So I think it definitely reacts to you and, changes based on your own body chemistry, however that works. But I love it. I repurchased it immediately. A couple of skincare things that I finished up in these last few months. Another bottle of Caudalie. I mean, I feel like this is a forever purchase. I have noticed such a difference in my hyperpigmentation. I had some really bad hyperpigmentation on the sides of my face. This is where growing up I got a lot of acne, and as a teenager I was definitely popping pimples. So the sides of my face, it was like a darker brown purpley color here. Practically gone, and I think within another few months it'll fully be gone. I love this product and have already repurchased multiple times, so I feel like at the end of the year I'll have a bunch of just empty bottles of this. Continuing on with the Caudalie line, I think it's becoming quite a household favorite here. Well, it's my favorite. I don't think my husband cares at all. I got a bunch of things in a set, so it came with this, the Vino Perfect Dark Spot Serum, this travel size moisturizer, and then this travel size eye brightener, all which are gone now. Again, traveling so much for work, these things all came in handy a lot. Love the eye brightener. I don't know if it didn't come in the set, I wouldn't repurchase it. but buying the set is cheaper than buying the bottle by itself. Buying the bottle here, where I live, is $82. But if you get it in the gift set, it is also $82. So I do have like a couple of these as well, just in stockpile, which again is fine because I travel so much for work. I end up using these things. But yeah, if it wasn't coming in the set, I don't think I would repurchase, only because I don't see a difference. But the moisturizer feels really, really great. I wear it nighttime, daytime, and it's wonderful. I think even outside of the set, I would repurchase this. I also finished up a tube of tretinoin. I've been using this on and off for the last like maybe 2 years. Again, on and off. I'm not super consistent with it. I do think it definitely helps in my forehead. And I don't go too close to my eyes because if I do, my eyes are under eyes. They're patchy and dry and flaky. I've like burned the skin or something like that. So it's too strong for my under eyes, but I do put it around on the sides of my face here. I do it on my smile lines here, and then I also do a bunch of dots just on my neck because I have a tech neck from, you know, working at a desk all day. And yeah, this is like another, I re-up the prescription every time it is out. This bottle looks terrible, but this is the Caudalie Instant Detox Mask, and I like this. I thought it was great. I love that it was a little pretty pink color. It dried pretty quickly, left my skin feeling really, really nice after. Again, got it in a gift set where I purchased the mist, the spray. So if it wasn't in the gift set, I don't think I would repurchase it. But it's not because it's a bad product. It's just there was nothing groundbreaking coming out from it. So, you know, it's a nice to have, but not a necessity. I also finished up this Trader Joe's facial sunscreen. This is a dupe for, I believe, a Supergoop sunscreen, if I'm not mistaken. It's great. It's wonderful. Purchase again. It wears well under makeup, at least the makeup products that I use. It kind of has like a gel powdery texture to it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I would repurchase this, and I have. Like, this is not my first time using it and probably won't be my last. We just have now a giant tub of Supergoop. So that's lasted us a very long time. Okay, now going into makeup. I finished a few blushes. So I finished this one from Ilia. I would repurchase the brand, but not this shade. It was a little too orangey for me, and I think maybe summertime it would look better because you want like a light flush of kind of burnt sun-kissed skin. But the time that I was wearing it, which was, you know, January, February, March, where it was still pretty rainy and cold, yeah, it was just too orangey and it didn't look great. This one I love. This is, I think it's Kaja or Kaha. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the brand. I love this one. I even popped out the, like the stopper so I could put a makeup brush in there and scoop out all of the product. So I use this product up. This is much more of like an all year around shade than this one. Again, there was nothing wrong with this formula. I liked it. It has like almost an eye mask kind of applicator. It has like this, you know, metal applicator, which I thought was interesting, but yeah, I liked it. This shade I just would not repurchase again. I finished up a lippy. I don't even know how to pronounce this brand, but I'll put it up here. This is a wonderful shade. I stuck a pencil in it so it would push out the product that was still in the tube, which was like less than half an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch of lipstick left. But rest assured, I used it all up. 10 out of 10 would repurchase. I don't know what the shade is because I had to peel off the little sticker that was here, but good brand, and I really liked it. I used up 2 eyebrow products. This is the Milk Kush Fiber, and this was a tinted eyebrow gel. And then I had this Kosas. It looks gray and gross because I would, you know, use a pencil and then put the gel over it. This was started as a clear gel, and now you can see some remnants of that it turned kind of a brownie gray color. Both of these I would repurchase. These were great. Eyebrow products. I have probably 5 more eyebrow gels sitting in that, you know, container. So I won't be purchasing any eyebrow gels in the near future, but whenever I do run out, I would get these again. This is the Maybelline concealer eraser. As you can see, I've used that all up. This lasted a great deal because I don't use concealer all the time, especially when I'm working from home. It's more of like when I go out or when I'm traveling for work. I don't care if I look dead on a Zoom on a Zoom call, but I did like this, and I have used it before. I think for myself, I need to purchase a variety of shades, just depending on how dark my circles are that day, how tired I am, what time of year it is, because sometimes this would look a little ashy because it was just too light because I had, you know, a little bit of a tan. I loved this Merit foundation stick, and if you have a recommendation for a foundation stick, I'd love to hear it, so put it in the comments below. I just learned some things about, you know, the company and maybe the founder that I didn't fully love. You can look into it yourself, but I didn't love some of the things that I was reading, so I have stopped purchasing from this brand, but I did really like it. If you have a good foundation stick, just drop it in the link. I've been looking for a new one, but I have plenty of foundation to get through currently, but when I'm ready to purchase again, I do want a foundation stick. I think this kind of formula or application has worked the best for my skin, so I really, really like this. It's just, again, I learned some things and I don't fully support it. So there's also this One Size setting spray. I purchased this a while ago, again, for work travel. Maybe I don't use enough of it, I'm not sure. I see nothing different from this to other setting mists that I've seen before. Like, I like the Morphe one. That's a good setting mist. I've seen cheaper ones from like Milani that are great. So it was fine. There was nothing bad about it, but there also wasn't anything enough for me to want to repurchase. So I haven't. This has been out for probably a month or two, and I have other setting sprays that I'm working through, and I don't miss this or wish that I could hurry up and use those ones to go and repurchase something. I finished up this little travel size Laura Mercier setting powder. And again, I had like popped off the little mesh stopper to get the most out of the powder and the product. I repurchased this immediately. I bought a different one, but it was still a Laura Mercier powder. I liked it a lot, so I did repurchase. And this was the only setting powder that I had. I bought a travel size again, one because I travel for work, but also this lasted me a long time, and I would use this travel or no travel. You know, I'm using this anytime I'm putting makeup on. And so for me, for my needs, you know, I didn't need the big one. The travel size was more than enough. So those are all the products that I finished up in the last few months. Looking at it here, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I felt like I was throwing things in that bag all the time. So I'm really proud of myself for working through more. I did make a few purchases though, and one of them I regret. So I did buy this Avene tinted sunscreen. Now it could be it's expired. I did buy it at a Marshall's. I tried it for about 2 weeks. Horrendous breakouts. Like, I had breakouts all over my chin, on my forehead, and they were massive, massive breakouts. So would not be repurchasing again. This bottle is pretty much full. Like, I think there's only about that much product missing. I wouldn't purchase again, and this is going in the trash. I do have a few lip liners, and I probably shouldn't have purchased one, but I really wanted to try this shade of Saie Beauty's lip liner. It's called Flirt. Again, I have a few lip liners, and I definitely didn't need it. I just really, really wanted it. So I want to also indulge every now and then and treat myself to a few things. So, you know, this was my little indulge present to myself. However, because I'm watching so much content on overconsumption and just consumerism in general, and becoming more aware of, you know, how far our money goes, I almost always regret purchasing things. Even though I love this, you know, I've been wearing it every time I put lipstick on. Even with that, I'm like, oh, I just didn't need it. So I think Project Pan and consuming media that is talking about overconsumption will really help you reduce, because this is something that I genuinely love. And from time to time, I think like, oh, I really didn't need this. I could have totally worked through the 3 lip liners that I have before repurchasing this, and I would have been fine. So anyway, again, I still love it. Wearing it pretty much anytime I wear lipstick, but definitely didn't need it. I could have done without spending, I think they're like 20 bucks a lip liner. So that is my update on Project Pan. Again, I think for a couple of months, let's see, February, March, April, May, 4 months, practically 3.5 months maybe. I think this is a pretty good amount. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 21 products used up in the last few months. I feel like I'm making a pretty good dent in all of my stockpiles. Every time I reach into that bin and get something new out, I feel really proud of myself instead of, you know, starting to look up what to buy. There have been a lot of repurchases. Again, I don't like stockpile these serums because they're so expensive. So when I run out or when I'm getting close to running out, I just repurchase. But other than that, I haven't really been buying a lot of skincare or makeup products, and it feels really, really good to just clean up what you have. If you are on this journey as well and you're struggling, my biggest tip is watch things where people are doing this. You know, watch Project Pans, watch consumption or overconsumption videos. If you're looking for inspiration or if you're struggling with, you know, cutting back on your spending, just start to consume more of folks doing this kind of stuff. Consume the media of the lifestyle you want to live, and I think it'll be really easy. It has been for me. Again, a few breaking points, but nothing major. And I'm looking forward for another update in a few months to see how much we've done. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Are you also on a Project Pan journey? Have you been kind of looking at how much you consume and wondering if it's too much? Have you been looking to where, you know, your money's going and how you spend your dollar and how that impacts our economy? Any of those things, leave a comment down below. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. For all 98 of you that have already subscribed, I cannot thank you enough. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.